Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to my series Best Disney World Rides for Toddlers. We are jumping into Animal Kingdom today and all of the attractions and shows and experiences that you can have with your toddler, so let's jump right into it. Now, some people feel like Animal Kingdom is just a glorified zoo, and while yes, they do have lots of trails for exploring and seeing the animals and the lions and the tigers and the elephants and the otters and the ducks and the gorillas, like you can see all the animals at Animal Kingdom, obviously, but there are lots of attractions and things to do with your toddler at Animal Kingdom. So the first attraction we're going to talk about, and the best Animal Kingdom attraction in my opinion, is the Kilimanjaro Safaris. You are literally feeling like you are in the middle of Africa on a safari. Like, this is the closest that a lot of people are gonna get, and it is a really cool experience. You will climb aboard a safari van and drive through the jungles. You are going to see all of those animals up close and personal and in their natural habitat, which is really cool. Disney's done an amazing job of making you feel like you have literally stepped foot into an African safari and where these animals naturally live. So if you don't want to jump on a plane and go halfway across the world to experience a safari, this is a great way to do it right here at Animal Kingdom. And this ride has no height requirements, so everybody can ride it. Your baby can go on this ride, your grandma can go on this ride, everybody in between. The next great toddler attraction here at Animal Kingdom is the Triceratop Spin. Now think Dumbo but with dinosaurs, and so you will be boarding your own personal dino and soaring high through the sky of Animal Kingdom. Now this is a not miss attraction for most toddlers. They absolutely love it. I mean, who doesn't want to ride in a dinosaur? I mean, this is just the coolest thing. And when it comes to height requirements, Triceratop Spin has none. So this is great. Your baby can ride it, again, grandma can ride it, and everyone in between. So definitely check that out next time you're taking your toddler to Animal Kingdom. And over near Triceratop Spin, which is located in Dinoland, USA, are the Fossil Fun games. Now these are carnival style games. You're gonna be shooting hoops, you're gonna be throwing ring toss, all kinds of fun carnival type games with prizes to be won. So definitely check those out if you are into that sort of thing and you want to get a little competitive, play some games with your toddler, then you're not gonna want to miss those games. The next fun attraction that anyone can ride is the Wildlife Express train. Now this goes to what I'll talk about next, but this is a really fun train ride. If your little one is into that sort of thing, they want to ride a train, then this is the great place to check that out. You can ride it to the conservation station, which we'll get into next again, but you can also, if you don't want to get off the train and do things there at the conservation station, you can just literally ride it right back and you've had your train ride for the day. But if you do, the next attraction is the conservation station. Now this one is so fun. It has a little bit of a petting zoo outside. You can go inside. You can literally at different times throughout the day see vets actually taking care of animals, and so checking those out, and there's literally glass walls so you can see what they're doing, how they're caring for the animals, which is really cool, as well as there's also a drawing class there different times throughout the day. They have an animator there that is teaching you how to draw some of your favorite Disney animal characters, so it's worth checking out. Obviously most toddlers are not Picasso and they're not great at doing all of the art, but it's something fun you can do together. They can color, you can draw the picture, and it's honestly an amazing souvenir to take home that you actually created. So it's a fun experience there at the conservation station to do with your toddler, as well as you've gotten to ride the train. So it is a nice little combo of attractions that you can do with your toddler. Next on the attraction list, now this isn't necessarily an attraction, but Disney classifies it as one, so we're gonna call it that. But that is the Boneyard, and it's actually a playground. Now this is a great one if you're wanting to take a water break, a ice cream break, whatever, you want to relax, your toddler wants to play, they need to get some wiggles out. This is an amazing thing to check out. It's like they are little archaeologists and they're digging up bones, and there is so much fun to be had here at the Boneyard playground, and so it's not to miss. And especially if you are, again, needing that break, check out the Boneyard. You get the break, they get the wiggles out, they get that time out of the stroller that they are craving, so don't miss out on that. The next attraction on this list that anyone can ride is the Navi River Journey. Now this is based on the hit movie Avatar, and you literally feel like you have stepped into the movie when you enter this land, but you get on this ride and it's even more like you've got into the movie. And so you'll climb into a boat. This is a slow moving boat ride, nothing exciting, but you are literally riding through Pandora and seeing all of the Navi people, and it is just such a beautiful, beautiful attraction. If you enjoy the movie, you will not want to miss this one, and a lot of the toddlers love it. Even though they may not understand what movie it is from, all of the beautiful nightlife and the glowing plants and animals and all the things, it is just absolutely beautiful, and most toddlers enjoy it. And last but not least, in the attraction category that anyone can ride is It's Tough to Be a Bug. Now this attraction is set in a theater that is dark, and even like when you're walking under the tree, which you're literally like winding under the tree as you're in the queue, but it does start getting darker and darker, and then once you're in the theater it is on the darker side. And so if your little one is afraid of dark spaces, this might be an attraction you want to steer clear of, but I wanted to mention it because some toddlers love it, some toddlers hate it, and then sometimes your toddler may love it once and hate it the next time. So it just depends on their mood. But it's worth checking out if it's something you feel like your toddler would be interested in. It is a giant screen in front of you. You put on your 3D glasses to make you feel like you're a bug, and they are telling you all about their life as a bug and animals and all of this different stuff, and it's really, really neat. There's some jokes. Now there are a few kind of scary points because you are shrunk down to the size of a bug. So there are things that are larger than you, and it can be a little frightening, as well as it's kind of funny. The bench that you sit on, there are usually at the end of the show bugs that leave the show before you do, and so you literally feel like a bug has just run under your bum. It is the funniest thing and like the weirdest sensation you will ever experience, but again, it's a great attraction and something to check out if you're into the Bugs Life movie, if you watched it as a kid and you want your toddler to experience that. It's really fun. Now, Animal Kingdom has 3 stage show style attractions, and the first one up is Finding Nemo. Now, they are in the process of changing this, and it hasn't reopened at the time I'm filming this video, but if it is reopened when you're there, definitely check out Finding Nemo. It is literally like seeing the Broadway show but on a shorter format. Usually those shows last between 20 and 30 minutes, and so it's an amazing way to get in a Broadway show but a lot shorter, and the quality and just everything about these shows are amazing. And so if you have a little one that loves Finding Nemo or any of the fish from Finding Nemo, this is definitely a must-do show. And the next stage show that Animal Kingdom has is Festival of the Lion King. Now this is about a 30-minute show, and it is all about, you guessed it, the Lion King. So you're gonna see Simba and all of his friends from the Lion King here at this show. If your little one likes the Lion Guard, this is also a great way to experience some of the lions and Timon and Pumbaa, and it is such a cool and amazing show. Again, it is set very similar to a Broadway style show, but in a lot shorter format that most kids can handle and sit through, and so it is an amazing way to stop, get some air conditioning, and be able to see some characters from one of the classic Disney movies, Lion King. Now the last show in the stage show category is Winged Encounters. Now this one actually isn't set in an amphitheater, it is right in front of the Tree of Life. So you may actually stumble across this without even realizing it's happening. But check the times guide to see the different show times throughout the day, because this is a not miss little show. If your toddler is into birds, these are going to be amazing because these are beautiful and colorful macaws, and they literally come soaring in to right in front of the Tree of Life. Just the whole picture is gorgeous. You have these colorful birds, you've got the Tree of Life in the background, and it is absolutely amazing to check out. They have the guides there, and they're telling you all of these fun facts about the macaws and their life, and it is just a really, really cool show to experience. It's fun, and you get to learn something as an adult, and as your toddler is growing, they get to learn some things about the birds, and just seeing the colorful birds and then flying in the sky. Like, it is just a beautiful show to experience, so definitely check that one out. Now, Animal Kingdom does have 4 rides that have height requirements, and that's where we're going to start talking about these. The first ride we're going to talk about is Kali River Rapids. Now, this one has a height requirement of 38 inches, and so it is one of those that you're going to need a little bit taller toddler to experience this, but you will literally climb in to this multiple person round raft, buckle in, and you get to go through Kali River Rapids, and it is just an awesome, kind of fast moving rapid ride, and you will most likely get wet. Be prepared to get wet, and if you're one of the lucky ones that walks off unscathed by the splashes of water that happen, consider yourself lucky, because most people are going to get wet on this ride. So it's a great one if you're hot and you're wanting to cool off, you're wanting your toddler to cool off. This is a good ride to do, but it is an absolutely fun attraction. It is one of my personal favorites at Animal Kingdom, and definitely something I recommend you not missing out. Next up in the height requirement range is Dinosaur. Now, this one requires your toddler to be 40 inches tall, and so this one you literally climb in to a Jeep-like vehicle and you are going back in time to save the dinosaurs. Now, this one is darker, there's lots of flashes of light, and the vehicle is whipping back and forth, hence the 40-inch height requirement reasoning. Now, if you are expecting, this is one ride that you are not allowed to go on if while pregnant. Definitely wouldn't recommend that. Lots of shaking again, but if you are an adventurous one and so is your toddler and they're tall enough for that 40-inch height requirement, I definitely recommend checking out Dinosaur, because it is another one of my personal favorites here at Animal Kingdom, and it's a lot of fun to have. Now we are on to the last 2 rides here at Animal Kingdom, and both of these have a 44-inch height requirement. We're gonna start out with everyone's favorite Expedition Everest. Now, this is a roller coaster and it is super fast and super fun. You are literally going through Everest, Mount Everest itself, well, in Florida, the Florida version, but you are literally winding through there, and it is an amazing coaster. If you're into coasters, this one's cool. It literally goes backwards for quite a while as well, and so it is a not miss attraction if you're into roller coasters. Now, obviously, we're talking toddlers here. This may not be every toddler's cup of tea, but it is something that parents might want to switch out and do rider swap with so that you guys can experience it, because while yes, it's all about your toddlers having fun, mom and dad want to have fun every once in a while too, and this is a really cool coaster to check out. And the last ride here that we're talking about that has that 44-inch height requirement is Flight of Passage. Now, this one is back over in Pandora, the world of Avatar, and if you are familiar with that movie, this one is where you literally climb aboard a banshee and you fly through the sky of Pandora. Like, it is absolutely beautiful and an amazing thing to experience, but there again, it is probably not for every toddler. It is darker and there is lots of, like, you're up in the air, you're in the sky, and so I know that can be frightening for some taller toddlers even, and so if your toddler is tall enough to meet that height requirement, you might want to experience it first and then take your toddler potentially on the ride. That way you can kind of know what to expect and if they're really ready for it, even though they may be tall enough for it. That is going to do it for all of the attractions and stage shows over at Animal Kingdom. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to hit the thumbs up button down below, as well as if you're new here and you love info on taking your toddler to Disney, you'll want to hit the red subscribe button and the bell notification so you don't miss any future videos, because I am all the time sharing all of my tips, tricks, and hacks to traveling to Disney World with a toddler or baby. So join the fun, and I hope you guys have a magical day, and I will see you in my next one. Bye, you guys. Thanks again for watching.